All right, welcome back to the Be Apollo podcast. This one a Be Apollo show. This one not the Be Apollo show. You know the podcast is on YouTube, so feel free to check it out. But this is the Be Apollo show, and welcome back to the Be Apollo show. Welcome back TikTok. Welcome back YouTube. Welcome back Facebook. I appreciate all of you, man. And today we're gonna have a show. We're gonna have a good show today. Let's keep liking and sharing this live so we can get more people here to join the conversation. Obviously, the topic is up there. Everybody can see it. It's about P2B being attacked yesterday in the Do State. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. How about that? All right. All right. All right. All right. We didn't have one do you. All right. We'll drag the chat over here so we can see the chat clearly. And feel free to request so we can bring you up here if you'd like to join the conversation. You know, and we keep it going just like we do always, right? Just like we do. Anyway, welcome back to the Be Apollo podcast. Appreciate all of you who are here. Feel free to request if you'd like to join the conversation. All right, all right, all right. The setup is almost complete. And welcome, guys. Welcome, guys. Thank you, guys, for joining. Appreciate you. Feel free to like and share. All right, you know, we'll just come here with swear, nah? It is too early for us to be doing this. It's too early for us to be doing this. Promise, make I mute you, make your body calm down. Make I mute you, make your body calm down. You can sit back and enjoy the show, but relax. Relax. Appreciate you guys for joining. Feel free to like and share this live so we can get more people to join the show. Anyway, appreciate all of you for joining. Appreciate you. I appreciate you guys for joining. And if you're on Facebook, feel free to like and share. On Facebook, we have Adetola Omoshebi. We have Lawal Kabiru, Peter Ode. Thank you guys for joining. While you're here on Facebook, please feel free to share and all that good stuff. Like, share, follow if you haven't followed yet. We have Mr. Taco requesting, but just like we do always, Mr. Taco, while you're here, we're gonna try to hit 1,000 likes before we start the conversation. So please feel free to, just mute yourself and let's keep liking and sharing, and hopefully we can hit 1,000. 2,000 actually. Let's hit 2,000 likes on TikTok, and then we can get the conversation started. But I appreciate you for joining, Mr. Taco. Thank you so much. Let's keep liking and sharing so we can get more people to join the conversation. Let's keep liking and sharing and get more people to join the conversation. There we go. Thank you guys for joining. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for joining. Let's keep liking while you're here on TikTok. If you're on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, feel free to keep liking and sharing, and let's get the conversation started. All right, we have some commenters on Facebook. Say Abubakar Ahmed Usman says, yes, Daddy, thank you, Daddy. It's a religious war. I don't know what that means, my brother. I'm not your daddy, man. Go look for your daddy. But thank you for being here. Adetola Omoshebi says, whoever falls for the trash that P2B was actually attacked by any other persons apart from the ADC stage managed attacked. Attack is a fool. I don't know, man. You can call it staged attack. I don't know about that, but I don't know why he would be but that's an interesting take. I don't think it's staged. I think he was really attacked. And we've seen people come. I saw a tweet, actually. I forgot to screenshot the tweet. I for post them now. But I saw a tweet where this guy was saying, now my boys doing something like that. And when you enter Port Harcourt, we go do more. We need a miss, something like that. The least we can do is condemn it. Whether you say it's staged, whether you say it's not staged, the least we can do is to condemn stuff like that. If it happened to Tinubu, are you going to also say it's staged? If it happened to Atiku, will you also say it's staged? So things like this, no, they right, Mr. Adetola or Mrs. Adetola. Things like that, no, they're right. We just the least you can do is condemn it. Unless you follow for the people who stage them, then you come here, let's talk about it. But if you don't know that and you're just assuming that it's staged, that's not fair, my brother or my sister. Because my people go say I don't care now who we never do before. When he never do you go say I don't care. He stage, right? When he do you go begin to cry for help. But attitudes, mindset like that, let's kind of condemn it and let's put that in the back burner. But thank you, Mr. or Mrs. Adetola, for being here. Appreciate you. And let's keep liking and sharing, and hopefully we'll get more people here to join the conversation. We have Taco here, but we need to hit 2K likes before we start the conversation. So if you're here, please feel free to like so we can get this conversation started and get the show started. All right. Let's hit the like button on all platforms, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, wherever you're watching from. I appreciate you. Let's hit the like button and keep this conversation going. Let's keep the conversation going. Appreciate you guys for being here. Appreciate you guys. But let's keep liking and sharing, and hopefully we can get more people here to join the conversation. And I've been running into a lot of difficulty with the music. When I play music, then go tell me say the thing copyright this, copyright that. Even though I've tried to find copyright-free music, royalty-free music, but still I run into some issues. So I apologize. I've already play music for background, but I apologize. YouTube and Facebook, they worry me for that music matter. But TikTok, no care. TikTok has been our best bet so far with the music. But Facebook and YouTube, since I bring them on board, since I bring Facebook and YouTube on board, they don't give me rest with music. Every time, it's not allowed in this country. It's not allowed in that country. Yeah. I apologize, man. I don't know. I don't be musician. Otherwise, I would play more music. Make all of us make we enjoy my music happy. But I know I've been saying make no vex for me. So in the meantime, let's keep liking and sharing. And
how are you able to coordinate all three platforms together?
yeah, my brother, it took me a minute, but I got it right. It's called multi-streaming. I use a different software. It's a whole bunch of stuff. It didn't stress me. I know go lie for you, but I'm glad I'm able to do it now. But yeah, you use there's a software called OBS. I use that OBS software to stream on YouTube and Facebook, and then I use the TikTok Studio to stream on TikTok. And but yeah, it was
Good job, bro.
yeah, it was a lot of work, but I know go lie for you. Even the hardware component too. It's not just the software. The hardware component too was also very tricky. But yeah.
Okay. Well, now you're a professional, my friend.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, the only thing is maybe you need to figure out how to monetize it a little bit, at least to recover your cost now.
That's the thing now, but it's just the love for the conversations. I really love to have these conversations. Now the love for the conversations will make me the do but hopefully I can monetize it, hopefully we can. Hopefully we can.
Yeah, I mean I know here people give gifts, but I don't know on the other platforms how easy it is, because you're not essentially selling anything.
Yeah.
And frankly, once you start selling things, it debases the value, because then, the views will be skewed towards where the money is coming from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I hear you. That's why I don't want to sell anything. I'm selling my opinion. I'm selling my opinion and selling my conversations, But hopefully we can get it monetized at some point. Hopefully.
Yeah, especially if there is investment in software and time, you're not looking to make a living out of it.
Yeah.
But at least to go help offset some of the cost,
Absolutely. I agree with you, my brother. I agree with you 100%. And that's hopefully that's the goal, Hopefully we can get to that. We can get there. But in the meantime, we will just enjoy the conversations they go.
Are you able to see all platforms simultaneously too?
Yeah, I can see Facebook and YouTube on this screen, and then TikTok is all over here. I have TikTok here, And then Facebook and YouTube is on this other
But that
screen.
one not professional.
Yeah, I did try, my brother. I did try just to give on a show, and that's why I don't take it lightly when people come here and start being disrespectful because one, it's my time. Two, it's my money. The other day one lady was telling me, "Oh, I gave you one rose. How much is a rose? I'm talking my time alone, no even reach the rose money. But
No, like 50 kobo.
yeah, my
Like
dear
50
brother.
kobo or something. Even those kind of money, go even get them. It's like 50 kobo.
Absolutely,
Even naira
absolutely.
now, even naira when you go, they don't get change.
Ah.
They give you one rose because you give you one rose, you want talk.
You want talk, they talk anyhow. So yeah, that's why I don't take it lightly because I know what I've invested in this whole setup and my time as well. And it's
No, I
just
mean, it
my
tells
love
by
for
it
doing
tells,
it too. That's another thing. So yeah.
I mean, it tells by the quality of the voice and everything that there's some work. Don't go behind the whole thing.
Absolutely.
That kind
The
of
mic alone is not cheap, the mic.
Well, but
The
honestly,
headphone
the
alone,
voice
no,
of the
they cheap. If you can, if you look at this brand, you can Google or Amazon, you'd see how much this thing costs. These things are, so, I put in a lot of work. In the hand, not talking about the interface that I'm also the hardware, the audio interface I'm using too. But anyway, my brother, I appreciate you. But let's keep liking so that we can get to 2K and get this conversation started. Yeah. Appreciate it, my brother. Appreciate it, my brother.
The really important thing too is the quality of speakers you attract.
Yep. Yep.
If you are able to get a bunch of very good speakers, it makes things much easier because people will come to listen to other opinions.
Yeah. I'm gonna try. I'm going to try. I'm looking into that actually. In trying to get quality speaker like you mentioned. But most of these quality speakers they want to look at your following and your audience and all that good stuff. Before they even want to pay you any attention, right? So
I mean, and quite frankly, the problem I have with most Nigerian platforms is they're very biased, depending on who the owner of the platform is.
yeah.
He just wants a certain narrative.
Mm-hmm.
He does not want a real good debate and hearing both sides of whatever is going on.
Yep.
And then now that we're approaching election season, it is all these politicians that will come
Yeah.
and litter the whole place. All you are listening is campaign.
Yep.
Campaign rhetoric, that's it. There's no actual debate, there's no actual conversation. Each one is just trying to come and use your platform to campaign.
Yep. Yep.
But honestly, the funniest thing about Nigeria's elections is it doesn't even involve the people.
Yep.
The people have already given up. Like we just saw this Abuja elections, how people didn't even care, man. Like what, 20% or less participation?
Yep.
Because they understand, listen, it's all these guys and the amount of crookedness involved and the amount of money is involved. And the government itself is not making any pretense.
Yeah.
All their effort is to secure these governors. Let's get all these governors to switch. Let's get all these senators
Yeah.
to switch. That is it. It's not convincing people that we're
Absolutely.
doing a good job and you should
Absolutely.
give us a second try. No.
Yeah. Yeah, and I made a monologue about that as well. The whole 30 governors that are, they're just doing politics. They're just playing politics. They're not so worried about governance. It's sad. It's sad and it's a shame. And we, the people, Mr. Arena, thank you so much for the roses. I appreciate you, Arena. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Arena. But anyway, we're at 911 likes. Let's keep liking and get to 2K likes so we can get this conversation started with Mr. Taco. And if you want to share your thoughts on this, if you're on YouTube, if you're on Facebook, feel free to follow us on TikTok at the Beer Parlor Podcast, and we can bring you up here and you can share your thoughts on the topic. But in the meantime, let's keep liking and sharing and get more people here to start this conversation. Thank you so much, Mr. Taco, for the rose. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Let's keep liking and sharing, and hopefully we can get more people here to join this conversation.
Yeah, so I sent two roses. I'm entitled to everything on the platform.
Absolutely.
Nobody can remove me now.
Yup,
Nobody
yup.
can remove me. Now me on the platform.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Mr. Taco. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Let's keep liking, and hopefully we can get more people here to join this conversation. Let's keep liking, sharing. Wherever you are, Facebook, YouTube, keep liking and sharing, and get this conversation started. On Facebook, I see we have 7 of you there. Thank you guys for joining. Appreciate you. I appreciate you. Let me see if I can see your names and shout you guys out. I appreciate you. I not take them for granted. Appreciate you. Let's see if we can get your names there.
What do you do as far as language is concerned? Because TikTok is very restrictive.
Oh yeah, yeah. But they don't care about what language you speak, and they have AI to detect what you say as well.
No, it's about what you say. Like it's a whole language. Unalive, grape.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, I was even talking to somebody the other day. I was using unalived, and the guy was looking at me. What is this guy talking about? They don't like you using KILL.
Yeah, they don't like all those words. Yeah, and they want you. They want me. Like the last time I was here, they want me to remove a guest because he was saying something. They tagged it misinformation, and they had me remove him. So yeah, they pay attention. The AI pays attention really good to all those stuff.
So, but when you have people from different platforms, like somebody from Facebook, he wouldn't know all this.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, okay, well, why is he using unalive? What does grape mean?
That's true. That's true. That is very true. But let me shout out the people on Facebook. We have Kayode Bamiduro. Thank you for being here. Adetola, thank you for still being here. Usman Abubakar, Ahmed Usman, thank you for being here. And who else is here? Facebook know they show me the list as good as TikTok. So make una bear with me for the people who I know they called your names. But I appreciate you for being here, though. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Abel Anya, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. And if you want to be a part of the conversation, feel free to follow us on TikTok at the Bia Paulo Podcast, and we're going to bring you up and you can share your thoughts. In the meantime, let's keep liking on TikTok so we can get to 2K likes. Once we get to 2K likes, we're going to start the show. Once we get to 2K likes on TikTok, we're going to start the show. And we have a guest already, Mr. Taco. So let's not keep Mr. Taco waiting. Let's get the show started. Let's keep liking and sharing and get this show started. Ada Nelson, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here, Ada Nelson. All right, make we shout out people waiting for TikTok. TikTok don't carry your own while I come. But anyway, make we shout out the people waiting for TikTok as well. We have ABQ3R1, thank you for being here. Ada Nelson, the Nocturnist, thank you for being here. Pastor Henry, Idowu, Adeyinka, Michael Showbiz, Gaming and Talk, thank you for being here. Olu, Matthias Boy, and Otumba Ogidong, thank you guys for being here. Appreciate you guys. Let's keep liking and sharing this live. If you know someone who's interested in politics, unbiased, filtered with a filter arm. It's unbiased, but with a filter arm. I wouldn't say unfiltered because with a filter arm. But unbiased and interesting conversations. Feel free to share this live with them so they can join this conversation. Anyway, we are at 1,400 likes, almost there at 2K. Let's keep liking and sharing, and we'll be there in a minute. Let's keep liking and sharing. We are 1.4K likes right now, almost there at 2K, and we'll get this conversation started. And we have a user on Facebook who's alleging that it was staged. Like I said earlier, the least you can do is condemn it, because if it happens to your favorite politician, I don't think you're going to find it funny if somebody says it was staged. The least you can do is say, I condemn this behavior. This behavior shouldn't be a part of our politics. Whether it was staged or not, it shouldn't be a part of our politics. And I don't know why Peter Obi go carry people, scatter all the cars, break all the windows of all the cars. I don't know why he would do that, but it's definitely an interesting take. But again, in my opinion, the least we can do is to condemn it. Anyway, let's keep liking and sharing and get more people here to join this conversation. Uncle Sumbo, thank you for joining on TikTok. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Let's keep liking and sharing and hopefully get more people to join this conversation. We're at 1.4 likes, maybe 1.5, I don't know, on TikTok. For the play on our music, but unfortunately, Facebook and YouTube no like music. If you play music, then go tell you say hey, they copyright this and copyright that. So I don't know isn't they worry them for those places. TikTok is fair with the music playing, which makes the live very interesting. It makes the live interesting in my opinion, but fun I would say. It makes it fun. While we wait to hit our target of 2K likes or whatever likes, it makes it fun. But Facebook and YouTube know they like them. But anyway, we're almost there at 1.8K likes, and let's keep liking and sharing. And if you like to T-Boy, thank you for joining. Mr. Olu, thank you for joining. And if you like to join the conversation, feel free to request. And let's get this show started. We're almost at 2K likes, at 1.9. Almost at 2K likes. If you're on Facebook and want to join this conversation, feel free to join us on TikTok at the Pia Paulo Podcast, and we'll bring you up and you can share your thoughts on the topic. And if you're on YouTube, same thing. Follow us on TikTok at the Pia Paulo Podcast, and we'll bring you up and you can share your thoughts on the topic. All right, we hit 2K likes. Mr. Taco, let's hear your thoughts, and welcome back, Mr. Taco, to the Bia Paulo Podcast. Thank you for coming back to the Bia Paulo Podcast. Let's hear your thoughts on this topic. Mr. Taco, are you there? Mr. Taco, are you there? You're muted. We can't hear you if you're talking. Mr. Taco. All right, Mr. Taco, I don't know if he's busy, but if you'd like to share your thoughts on this topic, feel free to request. We have another guest here. So we're going to bring this other guest, Mr. Christopher. Mr. Christopher Ubogu. I remember you because I just caught your video about, you shared your story on the victims of the IPOB the other day on my live. So I appreciate you. Thank you for coming back, Mr. Christopher Ubogu.
Thank you, sir. Good evening.
Yes, I greet you, my brother. Welcome back to the Bia Paulo Podcast.
Thank you, sir.
All right. What are your thoughts on this topic?
Well, anyway, the truth is that violence should not be part of our, shouldn't be involved in our electoral campaign, whether against P2B or against any individual.
Yep.
It should be condemned by every reasonable individual.
Absolutely.
However, we can't actually say this is who did the attack.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know their motive. I felt that the supporters were fast to point accusing fingers at the ruling party in Edo State, because investigation ought to have been done.
Yeah.
However, we saw some vehicles were vandalized. We saw bullets, but we didn't see anyone that is that was hit by the bullet.
Yeah.
However, we had some people that were some individuals that were caught up and they were taken to the hospital.
Yeah.
Up to date, the police have not clarified what actually happened. The major issue here is not just the attack on P2B.
Yeah, but before you continue, right? Before you continue, say our people, Choma, thank you for joining, by the way. Thank you for joining, Choma. And you know, say our people, I know you're Igbo, so I'm going to say, I know Sabi how to speak for Igbo, but our people say, Okuko, not Okuko, Wambe, as in tortoise, say, when war start, say, Ingo match woman we carry belly. Say, if war starts like this, ain't no sense. Ingo match woman we carry belly, Ingo match them, they go where they go. When the actual war comes start, the people will actually get leg. Then come match woman we carry belly, then come the point accusing finger for tortoise head, say, now you do one. You know, so if somebody has said in the past that if you come, anything you see, you take, is it not fair? Or can you blame people for accusing that person? You see, you get the point I'm making, right?
Yeah, I got you perfectly. The truth is that everybody is entitled to his opinion. That's number one. No, number two is that we sometimes we refer to past events. By so doing, we can draw our conclusion. But the bigger problem here is the failure of institutions. I don't know what it takes the Nigerian police to issue a statement about that attack, then embark on investigation to unravel what actually happened. We just need to get down to the root of the matter. Even the governor ought to have issued a statement on that and promised to fish out those who were involved. Unfortunately, we have not had anything from the police and from the chief security of the state. The people that were involved, the former governor of Edo State, the former governor of Anambra State, who was a candidate of Labour Party in the presidential election in the last election.
Yeah,
they are big, and influential citizens. I think quiet, keeping mute is not the best.
yeah.
The authorities should do the needful.
Absolutely.
Even if there is no arrest for now, they should address the nation.
Absolutely.
Let everyone be, have the confidence in the authority that nobody is being marked for destruction.
Yep.
I join in all Nigerians to condemn that attack and to say violence shouldn't be part and parcel or be tolerated in our society.
Absolutely.
Let everybody compete. Let the best win. Not even the best candidate. Someone who is good in influencing people, organizing people, even if, however he wants to win, let him win. But the election that involves gun and knife should not be traceable to us. Yep. We are getting civilized. Our children are growing up. Most people have gone to school. The small violent individual should be taken out of our society.
I'm sorry, give me 1 second. Sorry.
I'm sending a direct message to him. There is a new sheriff in town.
You can hear this, right?
He cannot come to Edo without telling me. Because his security will never be guaranteed. Whatever happens to him when he's in Edo State, he will take it. I am serious about it. He came the other day and donated 15 million. Somebody was saying, no, guys, she will get 15 million to donate to people. By the time he left, there was crisis. 3 people died in Benin. So for that reason, tell Obi he should not come to Edo without telling me.
All right. I mean, I hear you, but again, they say if I will cry
The
for
man wey
night.
say no get shit.
They say if I will cry for night, then for morning picking go die. Then you can point hands, right? But anyway, Mr. Christopher, thank you for your submission, and you can stay put. But let's hear Chioma. Now let's welcome Chioma to the stage, and let's hear her thoughts on the topic as well.
Hey guys, I have 15 minutes. I'm in traffic.
All right,
So,
all right.
Hey guys, hey Kachi.
Thank you for joining, Chioma. Welcome.
Right off the bat, like any well-meaning Nigerian, regardless of their political affiliations or political party or whatever their thought process is, would look at that shooting as something that should have never happened. It's an act of violence that is obviously unnecessary if we're talking about democracy, even if it's our own version of democracy, right? Now, that said, I'm going to look at it from different perspectives, right? So one of the challenges with issues like this, like you said, obviously when you make a commentary or you make a threat, that's why even in law, there are certain things that you are just not supposed to kind of say, because when something then happens, everybody says, oh, because somebody said it, right? Now, when it comes to the investigations, of course, the police hasn't finished their investigation, so we'll let them do that. But there's also something that a lot of people neglect. ADC is not a random party. ADC is a coalition of all of those quote-unquote evil Nigerian politicians that a lot of people, a lot of obedience, a lot of quote-unquote well-meaning Nigerians essentially are against, and the people that they want to kind of leave the seat of power. So it means that there's going to be, and this is exactly why Obi should have stayed his ass in Labour Party. And because when he was in Labour Party, ain't nobody shooting at him, right? Now, people forget that all of those tensions and all of those baggages that come with actual politics, all that nzobu, all that all those things, right? They are not going to be absent from this process just because Obi is a frontliner or one of the frontliners, right? Another challenge is this thing Obi does with his performative humility. I call it humility because you are a fucking billionaire. I'm gonna need you to get your security game up, okay? I don't need you, you don't need to be going in one old Sienna just to show. Guy, enter inside bulletproof, okay? You're already a billionaire in dollars. We don't really need the performative. I am very, very humble, because you are going to be the president, right? Or you're vying to be the president of a sovereign nation that is going to govern 200 million people. So it means that you need to first stay alive to be able to be elected, right? And run for the elections safely. So there is the human aspect of it, where or something in the lines of, as God they won't protect you, while you go ginger, they protect yourself. Because if you leave all your peripherals and parameters up to chance, then anything will happen. And if something happen, all we go do is we go share them for 1 week and finish. So make nobody go die for anything. So it is very important for him to make sure, you guys know how I feel about his strategy team being whack. I think his security team is also whack, because there seems to be this thing he does where when he forgets that the reason why he can move in Abuja and Lagos and say he cannot move in Ihiala or Lilu or Osun, without security, is the same way that in that Edo or whatever, because these people do politics. This is why I said in the very beginning, when I said after Obi lost, one of the challenges that his strategy team would have been able to make him do is a retrospective of all of those places. We forget that he won in Edo. All of those places that he won that are non-Igbo states, right? That are quote-unquote strongholds. There is a lot of disgruntled people who either voted or they invested capital or something in his voting, and now they are disgruntled. Those feelings need to be somehow kind of sort of felt, listen to, he should have done a lot of town halls to kind of get the pain points of how these people are feeling. And also, remember when I came on stage and I said, when he defected, and I said it would have been important for him to say where the lines are. You on the one hand, you're saying you want to change Nigeria. On the other hand, you are now aligning and eating with a short spoon with these same devils. So your members need to know where the lines are, because now you are going into a different type of danger zone. It is not Labour Party where nothing they happened there. You know, you are the center of the gravity of everything.
Yep.
Nobody they want, obedience don't want to carry you. If they see you, they go do barricade around you. But now you are in the lion's den essentially, and you must and protect yourself, right? Then on the third layer of that, for Obi supporters, I think it means something completely different for them. I see a lot of conversations veering way off, as if there's like naivety as to how these sort of processes. If you know how the LGA chairman in your constituency are elected in, you would know that Ana Wewe and Ana Mama there. Okay, and if you really cared about that process changing or evolving, and you're saying that Peter Obi is the exception to this rule and he is going to be different, then it means that two things are involved. Either Peter Obi they listen to the people where they believe him, make him stay inside Labour Party for pressure and say, and these people will not stop because you don't know how to nobody's going to be saying, because you're a peaceful nature. So those are the things that, for me, going forward. And lastly, it's very, very interesting because I care about, you guys, I care about old people. I care about older people. I don't like when they are in distress, right? Obi, I look at Obi, even with all my political reservations against his candidacy, I look at him as like an uncle or a father figure where now person papa be that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So nobody gonna want to make anything happen to their papa or their uncle. So making Kawalaro, because let me tell you something. You see, obedience, all they go do is come online and be aggrieved, and they go use it as hashtag. They go shout at Nigeria. Nobody them go give you security. So making hold inside and make the for me, I think Edo State too. Let's be honest. If they tell Obi say make it no come, Shebi they tell and say if you're coming, tell us, make we up the security. I feel like shouldn't Obi had coordinated at that level? You are going to a former governor's house, right? So there are security apparatus that exist within the infrastructure of that area.
Yep.
Even before police go do investigation, they go no put ear to the ground. They go fit, bring out the person where we say they know saying that this group, now this other one or whatever. And I'm hoping that there's going to be a positive resolution to this, and I hope that he stays safe, because on my 2027, I need every motherfucker to stay alive.
Yeah.
Okay, because they're about to give me the show that I paid for, and I don't want anybody dying before that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mute my mic now.
Thank you, Choma. Well, yeah, absolutely. And I was just trying to find, display the tweets, but my computer just the lag up and down. I was gonna display a tweet of some Nigerian that was saying something. Maybe I can read it out from my phone. And this is from Linda Ikeji's blog, by the way. Engineer Tom Steve P.FISA on Twitter. His thing is Steve Tom 788. He says, "We warned Obi against his entrance into Edo State, but he mistook our resolves to his obedience online noise. Thank his stars he survived this one. I learned he's going to my river state. No wahala. Now my men go handle that one and them know they miss target. Speak no peace to a bastard and wish him no long life, for he's destined to buy one, So you can't, people can't be, I don't know where all this hate is coming from. And again, just like Choma said, I get my reservations too for Obi now in this 2026, right? But I don't see why I would hate somebody so much because of reservation what I get for him. The reservation what I get for him, by my papa, by my mama, he didn't do anything personally to me. I just have my reservations. Why would you have that so much hate for someone where you probably have never even had any interaction with? Like, I don't know, man. People are very interesting. But anyway, I agree with Choma, just like the Edo State governor said, you should make it, if they come, tell us first. I don't know if he told him first. We don't know that one at least. But if he didn't, then again, Choma is correct. His strategy team no they good. His security team still no they good because they if saying security team they good. They for tell and say you see that place where they go, then they shoot gun there. Anyway, thank you guys for being here. Let's keep liking and sharing this live, and hopefully we can get more people to join the conversation. On Facebook, Mustafa Daudu says Choma is making sense. Yeah, Choma they always make sense. Sometimes I argue with that. But anyway, thank you, Mr. Mustafa, for being here on Facebook. And on YouTube, we need to see a lot of we're not seeing a lot of traction on that side, but thank you guys for being there. And let's go back to TikTok. We have Mr. Igor. 1 second, Mr. Igor. Mr. Taco, are you available to speak now?
Yes. Sorry, I had to grab something.
No problem. Mr. Igor, just 1 second. Let Mr. Taco give us his thoughts on the topic, and we keep it moving.
Yeah, so it raises a number of fundamental questions. One, I know former presidents are entitled to security for the rest of their life. I'm not sure about governors, but I thought also all ex-governors do have some sort of security provided by the state, but I'm not sure about that. I'm pretty sure about ex-presidents.
Presidents, yeah.
But he's an ex-serving governor, so I thought he would have some level of security. Plus, he's a very wealthy man. So all wealthy individuals in Nigeria, they have their own, because Nigeria is not the best place where you could move around if you are a known figure or somebody with wealth. With the amount of kidnappings that happen anywhere, nobody just moves around. No known figure moves around. So to me, it raises a number of very important questions. It's like, one, where is his personal security? Because I'm sure he has some. And two, does he have any provisions as an ex-governor? Two is, I don't think any reasonable people from the government would do that. I mean, quite frankly, this election is for Tinubu to lose. I mean, he's got 80% of the governors behind him. He's got all the power of incumbency. So why would he do something stupid like this? So I really don't see the hands of the government or any of the smart people behind APC.
Yeah.
You know, there's always some rogue elements. It could have been some rogue elements. I know he's not in the best of terms of with the government in Edo State, but I don't think the government of Odo or Edo State or the governor would get himself entangled in a mess like this, because one thing with all Nigerian politicians is they commit their crimes and they know how to share their wealth together. And Nigeria, with all its problems, we don't have these assassinations of politicians or attempts to take care of politicians this way. So if this is really true, it's a bad omen. The other question is, when the final candidates emerge, do they get any protection? I know in the US and in the UK, once you have emerged as a candidate for one of the parties, you're also entitled to, even though at this stage I'm not even sure where he's pitting his horse. You know, Peter Obi is still most likely ADC, but anything can happen. It's still too early to tell. But it's really sad that some people see this as something to celebrate. I don't see anything to celebrate. There's nothing nice about it. But if anything, it helps to give him some publicity.
Absolutely.
Because now it's working in his favor. Because it puts him on the spotlight and people talk about him, and this is what elections are about. It's about presence. So it does help him, but I doubt if the government is behind it. But the questions I want, if anybody knows the answer, is, are ex-governors entitled to any protection? And when the candidates of the national parties emerge, are they also entitled to protection? I honestly don't know the answers, but I haven't really spent enough time on this issue, because to me it's a non-issue. I don't see the government being behind it. He's not that much of a threat to them at this point. If anything, it helps him.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Taco. And to answer your question about ex-governors, I would think it depends on the state. The state constitution ain't go determine all those things. You know, some states, we've seen that some states, then they give their governors gratuity for life. They change their cars every year, every day and every year, right? So we've seen that so it would depend on the state. If the state says, the state constitution say, yes, if you finish as governor, you go get all these things for life. I don't know if Anambra State is one of those states. I wouldn't know. But I think you're right on the presidential nominees or candidates. Once you emerge as a candidate, I think you're entitled to something. That one, I think you're entitled to something. But thank you, Mr. Taco. Let's go to Mr. Igor. Let's hear your thoughts on this topic. And thank you for being here.
Yes, thank you. Just to good evening, everyone. Just to answer to attempt to provide an answer to the last question, which you have partly answered. So, the security provided for ex-governors, ordinary ex-MDs and all of that, they're entitled to security, talk less of an ex-governor. So definitely is entitled to. So, but the question is, the security will be entitled to, is that the kind of security that will be needed for a political outing? Obviously, at the most, maybe an SUV, maybe 2 policemen, 1 SSS. That's still not sufficient for a political gathering. So ideally, you should have made external arrangements, either with the commissioner of police or wherever you are going to, or the governor of the state you are going to, And so I don't think that was done.
Yeah.
And just to come back to the things that Pueblo said, let's put this in context. That conversation was the last time Obi was in, whatever he said was the last time Obi was in Edo State.
Yep.
And his point was that people died, rightly or wrongly. Obviously, we know that it can also be loose when he talks as the governor, and he's not the best of, best speakers. He can't really, adequately put his word together most of the time, to deliver whatever he intends to deliver. So let's just put it in context. It wasn't addressing Obi.
1 second. Let me play it again before you put it in context. Just give me 1 second here. I go bring them up. If you give me 1 second there, let me copy this link here. Copy link address, and I'll bring it here to OBS. And if you count 10, before you count 10, I don't bring them. Before you count 10, I don't bring them. All right, should be playing.
The man will say no gashishi. I am sending a direct message to him. There is a new sheriff in town. He cannot come to Edo without telling me, because his security will never be guaranteed. Whatever happens to him when he's in Edo State, he will take it. I am serious about it. He came the other day and donated 15 million. Somebody was saying, no, Gashishi, why you get 15 million to donate to people? By the time he left, there was crisis. 3 people died in Benin. So for that reason, tell Obi he should not come to Edo without telling me.
All right, that's the end of the video. So I just, before you explain his words for us, I want to make you hear them freshly before you explain the words for us. But go ahead, my brother.
So I 70% or if not 75% of everything he said I disagree with. Every Nigerian has got the right to move in any part of Nigeria. But the dynamics is now different when it becomes a political rally, whereas don't forget the governor that is talking, rightly or wrongly, is the chief security, whatever, of the state. If nothing, he deserves to know. Even if not be amigo call, oh boy, governor to governor. He's a junior, you've been governor how many centuries even before him. Just, oh boy, oh, whatever, even if now your ADC or chief of staff, just for courtesy's sake, listen to what he said. He said when he left, 3 people died. It might be wrong, but I'm just saying, it might be lying rather, but there's no, I don't know. It's just, politics is about a bit of smartness, a bit of cunningness, a bit of, don't leave any rooms, for people to just checkmate you. That's on that. I'm not, and coming to this matter of ADC, the attack, and I will say this, like I said, I spoke the last time that I want opposition. I don't want a political ecosystem whereas it's just a party, only one party. That one no go there or go well for anybody.
Yeah.
That's not how democracy should thrive. So I definitely want an opposition. But then this now brings us to the modus operandi and the ability and the leadership quality of Obi himself. Do you know that this attack that happened was carried out by a faction of ADC?
They work for police, okay?
100%. No, I'm not. No. I mean, even if you listen
The way
to
you
Akpata,
talk, I'm categorically
No. In the coming days,
you they work for
you will come back to
police.
this.
You they work for
No, what,
police.
You will come back to this conversation.
How you go just bring this kind of information through among us and you be
Because-
regular citizen like me and you, like me and every other
because-
person.
But that's what you think. I mean,
I make I ask you now, they work for police.
See, now, let me. Do you know that the faction that Obi went to attend to in ADC was a factionalized part of ADC in Edo State?
I don't know that anyway. I don't know that. No.
Okay. Find out. Why should Obi even entertain that invite and go? What I would expect from him is to say, if you guys don't come together, I'm not going to lay credence. And seems to be seen to be giving credence to a faction, to a party, to a faction of a party, a new party that you have just joined. Okay, the chairman that invited him left major team player of ADC in Edo State out of that meeting. I would have expected Obi, because you are coming from a Labour Party with similar history. I would have, because this is what it takes to be a leader, to lead. Stand your ground. Stand the person where they invite you, say, harmonize the party. If it's not harmonized, I'm not coming. Because your presence, now you are the star man. Anywhere where you go, basically you are sending a message.
Yep.
So the message you are sending directly is to pitch his tent with the other faction we invite him.
Yeah.
And at the other people. Because it just doesn't make sense to say of what threats will APC or any other person to now go and disrupt the activity of ADC. Because what? Olumide Akpata na be waiting. Is it the next thing after sliced bread?
I mean, I hear you. I think I see your line of thought, but the way you...
It's not a line of thought, but you find... No. So there's a lot of things I don't want to say.
I'm not trying to concur.
And I get it.
I know I'm not trying to concur with what you're saying. What I'm saying is I see the point you're trying to make, that because I didn't know this information, I didn't have this information actually, that Oyegun or whoever you went to see there is a part of a faction of the ADC. I didn't know this, right? But you're breaking that to me. And that makes sense. If he's going to see a faction of the ADC where he just joined, it kind of seems like maybe the other people now are going to say, why invite us, all that. I kind of understand it, but this kind of thing, go just say, in my opinion, me anyway, I wouldn't just say it outrightly and be like, it's these people that did it, because I don't know.
But that is the way it is.
My brother, you don't know now. You don't know.
ADC, I know 100%. The ADC in Edo State is factionalized. Today, I was just on TV watching channels a few hours ago, and Olumide Akpata, the Akpata itself that defected, was being interrogated by
Olumide Akpata, not be this guy who did for Labour Party. Not be this
Nine defects to ADC.
Oh, really?
He's the one they went to welcome. Yeah. He's the one they went to welcome. He's the one that defected to ADC. That is the event that Peter Obi went for.
I see.
You get what I mean? And he was being asked a direct question when he was saying, of course, his son is a big lawyer. They said, are you saying, this is in the words of Shemo Kimbaloye, when he was saying, no, he was attacked. She said, are you saying it's the government? He couldn't answer. He said, no. He said, but there are oppositions. You could just see he asked him severally, are you saying it's the state government? Are you saying it's APC? He didn't give a definite answer. He just maneuvered it.
I see.
He said, oh, no, opposition, the people on the other side, the people on the other side. But that's the truth. Unfortunately, this PT card can only go thus far. This, any small thing, you just look for the easiest to say opposition. Anything.
But it's not PT card now. My man was almost taken. You said,
I was almost taken. Was even there. So if I want to shoot, they shoot gates.
I mean, regardless, whether he was there,
because
he was not there. He was almost taken.
No. I was almost taken. That's not even factual. Because the man himself was asked to give a sequence of how everything played out. And what he said was they were in the ADC main office. That's where they were doing it. Then they got an intel that some people were going to attack. Because they got that intel, they quickly just finished at where they were. He couldn't even respond to press. They decided to go to Oyegun's house to go and attend to press because they already got an intel, credible intel, that some people were coming to attack them in the ADC's office. So they left. They went to Oyegun's house. He said it was just about 5-10 minutes after they left that some people arrived. That's the sequence of the event. So how were they? I mean,
anyway,
I'm not saying.
Yeah. I hear you, Mr. Igor, but just give me 1 second there. And thank you for breaking this one to me. I believe most people, they're more informed than me. Me, I only read headline. I read the headline. Peter Obi was almost attacked I didn't follow the story in-depthly as you did. So I appreciate you for breaking that to me. And hopefully, when I don't learn one or two too. I mean, not be only me. We don't get all the information. But Mr. Igor, if you want to stay put, that's okay. If you want to leave, that's okay. But
I'll just leave. I'll leave.
All right.
Yeah.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you for joining.
Yeah, speak to you some other time.
Thank you. Make I address the chat real quick. Mustafa Dauda on Facebook says, I actually saw a video of some of the members from ADC. The ADC party are scattered and not agreeing with one another in Edo State. Let me search for the video and paste the link here. That would be nice. Thank you so much, Mr. Mustafa, for sharing that with us as well. Mr. Jamie, I'm going to bring you up here. Thank you for joining. Make I still address the chat here. Paparazzi, I greet you and there, my brother Jared. Thank you for joining. Brave Titan says, I didn't learn any. And you don't learn anything because you know be me. Now me, I learn. Me, only the headline what I read. I read the headline for Linda Ikeji's blog. I read headline for Linda Ikeji's blog. Now that's why I see. I've been at Tunde North page where I see. Now that's where I get my own news from. I didn't go further to listen to channels news and all that good stuff, which I think Mr. Igor did. So thank you for breaking it to me. Brave Titan, learn. Me, I learn. Minister of Violence, thank you, my brother, for being here. He said, a family problem. Case closed. All right. Blessed man, thank you for being here. Let's see who else is here. Let's see who else is in the chat. Ifinikwe. That's what we're talking for Igbo land. Oliver the Kokwe. Ifinikwe, thank you for being here. I appreciate you being here. Let's see who's here. Mr. K, Baba, thank you for being here. He said, Kachi, he's saying the truth. I don't know, truth can be objective, it can be subjective. Your truth will not be the other person's truth. So there is an objective truth which we don't know yet. Now police go give us the objective truth where all of us go use. But I appreciate you, Mr. K. Let's see the other people who are here. And by the way, let's keep liking and sharing this live and get more people here to join the conversation. We have Omar Onile. Thank you for being here. Chidi, Charis Events, Ekene Chosen, Oye Ogun. Thank you for being here. Habe Holmes, Oga Jamie, thank you for joining. Damcoft, Anthony NG, thank you for being here. We'll go talk soon. Thank you for being here, Oga Anthony. Nora Lockshead, thank you. This name don't appear a few times. Thank you, Nora Lockshead, for coming back to the Beer Parlor podcast. I don't know. Only Choma be the woman where they always come talk. And a few other women like maybe Amarachi and maybe Ada Nelson. You get one of that. A few women. Why women are they involved for this thing? Una day here for this thing, just the view. Make una talk. Una voice they needed too. Because recently, today, it was trending that Natasha Apoti could, she'll be a nice president and all that good stuff, right? If they feel that now, una still no go talk. Una go still there, they wait to make man vote them, because if you look at the comment sections, the men don't already they talk, instead of woman to vote, instead of woman to do this, let this one happen, which is sad. So you guys, your voices are needed. We need to hear your voices too when it comes to politics, because the population are 50-50, woman 50, man 50%. But if you allow men to vote, men go they vote as men they vote. As it be. So you guys are very important. Make una they put una voice for matters like this. And in my opinion, I know I'm digressing a little bit. Natasha Apoti, I mean, now vibes where they carry the put her because she be fine woman and all that good stuff, right? I don't know of any policies where that woman don't talk. I like, her ideas and stuff as a politician. I don't know of anyone. So if she comes out as president, I don't know whether I go support her or even look her way, because, Jagaban, we don't see what in Jagaban carry us they do now. Jagaban use them in local policy now. They worry, they trouble us for Nigeria. So we need to see what your policies are. That's what we need. No be vibes and how you look and all that good stuff. No be waiting what they do. But I digress. Anyway, Igor, thank you for being here. Okusumbu, thank you for being here. Brave Titan. And Paparazzi One, thank you for being here. All right, let's get back to it. Oga Anthony, thank you for coming back. And don't forget you today. Now you be my back-to-back champion for the Beer Parlor debate. We try to host that show on Sunday. Nobody agree come. I say it be like now the loss on Saturday and I make nobody agree come the show again. But hey man, listen, we're gonna keep pushing. Let's not derail, let's not relent. Waiting don't happen. Peter Obi and the ADC, they need to go back and re-strategize. And hopefully they go win another councillorship election. Anyway, Mr. Anthony, thank you for being here. Let's hear your thoughts on this topic.
Good afternoon from here, Beer Parlor, and I greet everyone here. I see you, Mr. Dauda, Mr. Christopher, Igor, and the rest. Good afternoon from here. The first thing that we need to do when this kind of issues happen, that incident that happened in Edo State, we need to condemn this kind of action in our own democracy. You understand what I mean? Because the other world is actually watching us and see what we're doing when it comes to all this violence and things like that. When it comes to politics in Nigeria, it's very shameful for us seeing these kind of things happening in 21st century in our own country. However, based on your topics, P2B attacks in Edo State, there's no security information that actually said there's a direct attack on P2B. You understand what I mean? Because we have different people there. We have the likes of the former governorship candidates in Edo State. We have former governors of Edo State as well. We have so many people there. So what Nigerians always do is to jump into conclusion. You understand what I mean? We have seen it in different situations that happens, different incidents that happen in Nigeria. Nigerians always try to tie something to a particular person. And we should allow the security agency to do a thorough investigation on the issue that happened and give us, actually inform the public what really happened in Edo State. Yeah, based on, to be honest, right, the governors can be a suspect. Even the ruling party can be a suspect. Even the party himself, which is the ADC, can be a suspect as well, because there's an internal crisis going on in ADC as it stands right now in Edo State. So we just have to be very careful when we're concluding. You understand that this is the person that actually carried out the attack on the ADC, what should I call them? The ADC, whatever, So for me, I see that, so it's just an advice for Mr. P2B as well. His Excellency, Mr. P2B, need to actually stop roaming around Nigeria without the proper security to try to secure him as well. He needs to spend money. He's into politics. He's in the arena, right? The arena is not friendly, to be honest, right? It's not friendly anywhere in the world as well. We see the past presidential election in United States. We see the attack on Donald Trump himself, you see. So we don't know if it's staged, we don't know anything, but at the end of the day, a politician must be able to secure himself. He needs to spend money on security. But as it stands right now, there's no information out there from the security agency that actually points somebody responsible for this attack. So I will plead to Nigerians not to just jump into conclusion, because we don't want to bring this country down. You understand what I mean? And there's no, and the way I'm seeing it, right? This we're not even in the general election yet, or ADC doesn't have a candidate yet that we say, okay, Mr. Peter Obi will be the one actually fronting ADC in the next general election. Even my number one suspect will be from the same party, because this is a primary election. It could be Atiku, it could be Amechi, it could be El Rufai. El Rufai is still in DSS custody. You understand what I mean? It could be any of these things. It could even be the president. It could be anyone, right? But without the proper investigation, because we don't want this to continue to happen in Nigeria, we must condemn this kind of action in our own democracy. It's very important, because we try to build a country right now, but we don't want to destroy this country for the unborn generation, the generation to come. If we destroy everything, what are we going to leave for the upcoming generation? So we have to, and I will plead again to Nigerians, please be patient, let the security put pressure on the security to do a thorough investigation on what really happened and bring all these people to justice in our own country. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Anthony, for keeping that one brief. And that's the point I was trying to make to Mr. Igor. I was teasing him, you be police, But he gave some information that I didn't know anyway, that, they went to meet a faction of the APC, which, somebody can now draw conclusion. But again, that conclusion is just your conclusion. It's not an objective conclusion that was drawn by the police or the intelligence people where they run the show in that regard, right? But I agree with you, Mr. Anthony. That's how I approach things as well. I know the most I can do is to condemn it. Just violence in elections is, they pay anybody. It doesn't pay anybody, because you might be saying what you're saying because Napito Obi. What if it's your favorite politician? Then will you take it lightly if another person is saying stuff like that? That's a good one, Mr. Anthony. Thank you. Make I address people who are there for Facebook. If you're on Facebook and you would like to join this conversation, please feel free to join us on TikTok at the Bia Parlour Podcast and request, and we'll bring you up and you can share your thoughts on this. We have Oludasa Olumide. We have Ojo Alexander Jimo. Ojo Alexander Jimo says he isn't saying the truth. ADC can't do that in Bini. Carry out such an attack openly without governmental support. That's what Ojo says. And Olatunji says, please go and watch Channels TV on YouTube. The attack is from the ADC. Olatunji, thank you for being here. I don't know if the thing from ADC or my brother, but anyway, Ibrahim Omotosho says, Omotosho, show me the law. Omotosho is here. Ibrahim Omotosho said the attack is carried out by the same ADC party members. My brother Omotosho, I would think that you know the law. Omotosho, but we don't know that it's from the ADC members. But thank you for being here, Mr. Omotosho. All right. Big Bird Yinka says that, wow, host, you can't see the president is putting in place. I see the coastal highway. My brother. I see it, Big Bird. Big Bird, Yinka, thank you for being here. I didn't see the coastal highway, my brother. Thank you for being here. Thank you for reminding me. And those on YouTube, same thing. If you'd like to join the conversation, feel free to join us on TikTok at the Bia Parlour Podcast, and we'll bring you up on TikTok so you can share your thoughts on the topic. Anyway, let's get back to the queue here. UC, is it Uchi or UCB? UCB. How do you say your name?
Uche.
Okay, Uche.
Yeah.
Uche B, thank you for being here. This is your first time, obviously, because I never pronounced that name before. So thank you for being here in the Bia Parlour Podcast. All right, let's hear your thoughts on the topic.
Yeah, thank you so much, Bia Parlour Podcast. Thank you to Mr. Anthony, Mr. Chris, Dauda, and everyone that's on the FYP. This issue regarding Peter Obi and the attack in Edo State, it looks a little bit kind of tricky, but me as a person, I condemn that attack on any political figure or I condemn any violence in our politics because it wouldn't lead us to nowhere. It will make people bully you to silence, and maybe you may be the one that's meant to be in a position, but because of violence, they will throw you away out of it. But like when some people still say that the violence is being, you can check in a kind of way that is a little bit state managed, because when someone was speaking earlier about it, he was saying that, oh, ADC people, if you listen carefully, or if you watch it, because I've gone through every of the events, they don't even have two faction. It is a faction. They are legacy members of ADC, the people that are in those South. That has
Make
been
I pause you,
working.
Mr. Uche. Sorry, make
Okay,
I
sir.
pause you. You say it was stage managed. What was stage managed?
No, I said some people can stand and say it is state managed depending on
I
how
see.
the event.
I see.
Yeah, I mean, me specifically, I can't say that is state managed
I
because
see.
because of how the event went. Before the attack, there was the other faction, or the legacy ADC, which is led by Senator Ovie, a former senator from Edo, Roland Ovie, former senator from Edo North. And that senator, they said the son is contesting for Senate. So Odige Oyegu is have another faction that is trying to bring out people that will contest for that election. So, and the man said that they've called meeting 5 times, but Odige Oyegu keep postponing it. And when Odige Oyegu held that meeting, that Odige Oyegu went to the meeting with some people he formed a faction with, and they started holding meeting inside Odige Oyegu's house. And when the man made that statement, he didn't specify Peter Obi there. Peter Obi is not the candidate of ADC yet. Yeah, they haven't even gone through the primary election. ADC has got at least 4 candidates that's going to contest for presidency. Peter Obi is not. Yeah. And when that man was making the statement at the front of the house of Odige Oyegu, where the incident happened, there was no gunshot there. Not the cars that was on one side wasn't destroyed. So it was after the man left. After the man left, then later, after they finished the meeting inside the house of Odige Oyegu, that was when they said his gate was attacked. When the man was making those statements, the police officer that I saw from the video are more than 8. Nigerian police does not move with pump action or barrel, double barrel or single barrel. They are always, the lowest gun you see Nigerian police on is an AK-47. So I ask, when those people attacked the building, because Obidem was inside the house, they were not outside, they were inside holding the meeting. When those people attacked the building, were they able to shoot with those cartridge, that's AA or BB bullet, what they call it, which is like a den gun, or how were they able to stay that long to break all those cars without anyone at all in the vicinity of Odige Oyegu? There is no one in the vicinity that got injured.
Yeah.
There was no one in the vicinity that was shot. There was no policeman on the gate. Odige Oyegu, for the fact, let's put it this one straight, is a former governor of Edo State. Exception of being a former national chairman of APC, is a former governor of Edo State. So his house need to have security, armed security. So where are all those securities? That is one question. Then secondly, that's why I said some people may be saying it's state managed. Where are those security? Then two, another lady that was with Peter Obidem made his own statement that the people followed them from where they are meant to have Congress to Odige Oyegu's house. And I asked the woman a question. When they were following you, Lord, did they waited for you, Lord, to come off your car and go into Oyegu's house and lock the door before they started shooting? Yeah, so some of the stories does not make no sense, but they have to hold the state government to ransom. Why I said they have to hold the state government to ransom is this. Odige Oyegu is a former governor of the state. And he lives in GRA. Where he lives is not that far from government house. So why did those shooting happen in Odige Oyegu's house? And if it's not inside Odige Oyegu's house, why didn't they shoot it when P2 when they went for where they were trying to hold their welcome Akpata to the party because they had a canopy and all that. And before Obi went to every of all those venues I'm calling, Obi has gone to this Philomena's nursing school or something. He has gone to the school already. They didn't go to look for Obi in the school. They didn't attack Obi in where they are meant to have rally. They only attacked Obi in Odije Oyegu's house. And before they attacked Obi, the other faction has complained with the press at the front of Odije Oyegu's house. The governor made a statement, which that statement too will put P2B into trouble because, like what the first one speaker said, there are some overzealous followers. They don't even have, they're not even SA, they're not PA, they're nothing. Maybe one SA is still just paying them 20,000 per month. Those kind of overzealous people can still go and commit that same kind of crime. That's why I said the state government need to be held responsible.
Totally agree with you.
If you check it properly, people will ask questions. The same thing I'm saying. People will ask every of all those questions.
Absolutely.
Why was those gates? Yeah, why was those gates shut?
Absolutely. And
no security.
Yeah, I hear you, and I agree with you on the part of saying, there was no security person there, and it seems a little bit fishy too, and I see why some people would kind of, like you said as well, some people would kind of say that it was stage managed, because when you look at it too, right, all the lineup of cars there, no one policeman, no day there to fire back, I mean him run, it seems somehow, I agree with you, but still, regardless, the least we can do is to condemn it. Because we don't have the facts. And until we have the facts...
I hold the state government to ransom.
Yeah, until we have the facts, then we can start holding somebody to ransom. That's my own final one there.
Yeah, at this time, let's hold the state government and Mondo Kwewulu because he's the chief security officer of the state.
Absolutely. Thank you, Mr. Uche. And let's go to Mr. Dauda. Thank you, Mr. Uche, for sharing your thoughts on the topic. All right, Mr. Dauda, thank you for being here. Mr. Dauda Adamu, thank you for being here. Is this your first time? I don't know if we've had you on the show before.
No. I've been engaging.
All right, thank you so much for coming back. Then appreciate you. All right, let's hear your thoughts on the topic. We've had a lot of interesting thoughts.
Yeah, I think when I came initially was to come and really show that there was a factional problem within the ADC. And I think that should be the immediate consequence for the violence. I think that is where we should situate where the violence comes from. And I think Obi has successfully vindicated the governor instead of holding the governor quote unquote ransom. There are many APC governors in Nigeria. Nobody have asked Obi not to come to his state. And the only governor who asked him not to come to his state is Edo State governor. And he gave a reason. He said, anytime you come to my state and leave, there's loss of life. I'm not telling you not to come. And that is the standard protocol. Even the president cannot go, even if the president wants to go to another state, even if the governor is not his political party member, he will let him know.
Yeah.
If another governor of Nigeria is going to another state, even if they are not of the same party, he will let the governor know. So, and this governor have said, okay, all this while Obi have been going there, nobody stopped him. Even the governor never stopped him. But he said anytime you come and leave, we lose people. So take permission before you come. And since Obi didn't go there, we didn't record any political unaliving that has gone viral like this. Probably we don't know if there are such things that never came to the media. But we never had anything until again when Obi entered the state. And this happened. And then this is correlating with what the governor has said earlier. That anytime you come to my state, there's a violence, because the governor is working hard also to make sure there's security in the state, pulling down houses of cult members, doing everything. That kind of government. It's not about Obi. Before Obi came to the state, the governor is up and doing to root out violence from the state. So if this kind of governor is showing concern regarding insecurity, it's not about Obi or not Obi. It's about his interest of making sure his state is safe. And if Obi dared him and now went to the state without getting that security clearance, I think Obi should treat carefully. You see, Nigeria have lost former defense staff being unalive as if he's a common man.
Say that again. Obi did what?
No, I mean Nigeria had lost generals.
Oh, I see.
Former chief of defense staff act in questionable ways.
Yeah.
Right? And Obi should not take Nigeria. When the day it will happen, you don't know. You don't take Nigeria for granted. So I do feel that Obi too is taking risks on his end. And in the interest of abiding by the law, there's a government in Edo State, and the government spoke. I think he should have set a very good example for the obedient movement that I'm a law-abiding citizen. The chief security of the state said I shouldn't come to the state without clearance. He should do it. Now, what will he say? The thing that the governor said, this before he came there, the governor has said it. So you will not say that the governor is cooking the story. He has said it earlier that don't come. If you come to my state, there's a problem. And then you went and this happened. And then that means the governor is right. But again, the problem with Nigeria is our social media content creators. I've never seen, we are brilliant people. Give it to us. Give it to us. God has given us, it's a follow come.
Why did you say that? Why do you say that? Social media content creators. What does that mean?
No, I'm coming. No. I want before I say what I want to say, I don't want to speak as if I'm belittling Nigerians. That's why I went back to say we are intelligent people. We are smart people. But I have not seen easily manipulated people. Easily manipulated people. And the painful thing is that the people that are manipulating you don't have what it takes to turn your head upside down. The content creators. These guys are interested in views and engagements. AI is reducing their revenue because they carefully advertise now. AI select community that he posts. He knows predictive. It's predictive that he knows who is going to engage certain adverts. So revenue is dropping. These guys are looking for engagement and views by all means.
Which guys? Which guy? I'm still trying to...
Content creators. They're the ones that are making Natasha also feel that she can become president or something.
Okay. I know I've been talking about that one a little bit, but I was trying to see how this relates to what we're talking about.
What is the connection is that I'm trying to connect it to our news platforms, right?
Okay.
If it were in America now, the media will be waiting for the police briefing. To feed the public. And then the police will tell you we are still on investigation. This is what we have done so far. And then the public is carried along. It is not the American content creators that feed the public about these kind of things.
Yep.
So, but in Nigeria, our content creators have no boundary. And they just speak anyhow. They make the thing look somehow. And people, that is where we consume information. Most Nigerians consume information from these guys. Yep. That is why I brought them into this conversation.
I see.
Right?
Yep.
That we need to understand that they are not really, really helpful in situations like this. If anything had happened to Obi in Edo, the story will be different now. The story will be different. So I think Obi should tread carefully, follow the protocol as the governor said, just for him. Let him know that, I have followed it, but they denied me.
Yeah. Fair
then you
enough.
have an excuse. You don't even have an excuse. You are not even setting up. If they said that to set you up, you to obey
Yeah.
to have an evidence.
Fair
That
enough.
is why I think there's an issue here.
Fair enough, Mr. Dauda. I hear you. You know, like you said, you know, he's kind of playing into the hands of the governor. And again, even if the governor they talk through or in the lie, at least just play with them. Just go ahead and do what he's saying, so that if anything like this happens, then you have something to say. Okay, you say make I come tell you I don't tell you now, but what is still happening, right? You know, I hear you, my brother. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Your opinion on this topic. Appreciate that. All right, Oga Jamie, thank you so much. Sorry for keeping you. I should have brought you earlier. I call you co-host. You know, say you don't earn the right of co-host for this platform. I appreciate you, my brother Jamie. Let's hear your thoughts on the topic, and welcome back to the Bia Palo podcast.
Thank you so much, my brother. I think I have to be very brief because this is an open and closed case. You understand? I think when we have incidents in Nigeria, sometimes we appeal to people not to politicize it. But this one is a political incident, so why shouldn't we politicize it?
Yep.
This is a political incident, so people are food done for some people to speculate, to ventilate and to talk. I mean, the only thing that is left for Nigeria now is to keep talking. You understand? But I just also want to believe that Mr. Igor made very valuable submission. I think I learned one or two things from him. When we have an incident in Nigeria, everybody tends to be an expert. If the snake bite, there will be a lot of talk on how to prevent snake bite. There will be a lot of experts on what. So we're just waiting for an incident to happen before we have emergency experts.
Yep.
Political clashes is not a new thing in Nigeria terrain, even though we have condemned it. But so long as there are differences that are not resolved, if you are a leader, you should be able to work out through some committees, send some teams to try to see if he can broker peace. And then you'll be a bigger person when you visit, but not when in the heat of a problem. If you visit, you cannot determine what might go wrong, I remember when Goodluck Jonathan, before PDP went comatose completely, the guy went to, I think it was in Ekiti State, they were attempting to have a convention, which was supposed to have resurrected the party. But he went there, they didn't listen to him. So where you don't have a rallying, have a leader that you can rally around, you understand that?
Yep.
You cannot really make any headway. So because they were unable to get a leader that everybody could listen to, apart from Wike, who was a factional leader.
Yep.
So that is the reason the party is not what it used to be. And it is telling.
It be like you there for a highway where did they do race for Mr. Jamie? It be like you there for a highway did they do race?
Yeah, I'm in a public place though.
I see.
So if the network is not, if the reception is not so good, maybe I'll just stay back and.
No, we hear you. It's just the background noise. We hear you.
Yeah. So it's a momentary thing.
Yeah.
So I'm happy that Obi was not hot, because that would have been a different thing. No matter whether it was because he did not have proper discretion to plan the visit, or somebody was trying to undo him. It will be a very big scar on the political development in Nigeria. It's tense already. It's going to get tense as we progress.
Yeah.
But this would have been a very bad signal. So we just thank God that nothing happened to him.
Yep.
And then going forward, he will be able to be introspective in certain activities.
Yep.
Placing as a former chief security officer of a state, he should be able to also weigh in on his security before he ventures into some places.
Absolutely.
As a matter of fact, if that thing took place in, say, Yobe, I don't think he will want to go there. You understand? So, but Edo State I think it's a place that is holding so much interest in the political development of the country. Edo is very unique you know.
Yep, Mr. Jamie, I agree with you. A lot of obedience from that Edo state. So, like you said, he has a lot of interest there. You know, he has to go and appeal to his base. There are a lot of obedience in Edo state. I was watching the Honest Bunch podcast or so, where Daddy Freeze and all those other guys are, you know, they are the co-hosts there, right? Where you get one guy, the guy, he was debating Sheyi Law. And Sheyi Law, in my opinion, was just making a fool of himself. You know, I'm like, you know, this is not looking good. You know, for my debates, if you bring Mr. Anthony or Mr. K, they're supposed to invite Mr. Anthony or Mr. K to Honest Bunch, where they can go sell Tunubu well. No be Sheyi Law. Sheyi Law just did there, they shout, wah, 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 wah. You know, shouting is not making point. You have to settle down like Mr. K and Mr. Anthony. Shout out to those two guys, man. Those guys, they finish work.
They're great.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I was watching that debate. That other guy that was representing, representing Obi. He did a good job in, you know, selling Obi's, you know, achievements and all that good stuff. And that guy, a Edo guy. So I was just saying all this to say that Obi has a lot of interest in Edo State because there are a lot of obedience there. But yeah, I hear you, Mr. Jamie.
I think Edo is, remember the politics of Edo from the time of Shomole to Obaseki and all that until the time of Edo Nobi Lagos.
Yeah.
So Edo has a mind of its own. You understand? There is a way, you know, even the I don't know how to call that the Monday's name. So even the emergence of Monday, it's kind of very funny. So it doesn't work like other states. It don't work in it, you know, in its own way.
Yeah.
And then I think it's a swing state. If you allow me to say this, it's a state that can go anywhere depending on. So and the politicians are aware of it. You understand? They are aware of it. They are trying to checkmate themselves. Okpebholo was trying to do too much. You know, when he read the Riot Act, Obi cannot come to a part of the federation. You know. And then when the thing backfired, they now said that without security clearance and stuff. I know that if Obi, you know, seeks for security clearance to go to Edo, they will tell him the place is not conducive. You understand? They will tell him the place is not conducive. And then I like the way the Nigerians, you know, stood up to tell him that that is not proper. You understand? Even though he might have a valid point, but it is your place to make sure that you do all it takes, you know, to ensure that there is safety of citizens.
Yep. Definitely agree with you, Mr. Jamie. Do you have final thoughts on it before I move forward?
Yeah, the final thought is that I'm just glad that nothing untoward happened. It was just like something that we should mark down as, look, this is a possibility. There's going to be campaign stops in different parts of the country by maybe late part of this year to next year and stuff. So, and then as we speak, there are certain places that you will not want to visit on a normal. And then it's going to be campaign. So how it's going to look like? We're looking at places like some parts of Katsina, some part of Niger State, some part of Borno, the Epic Center. So, I mean, it needs there are certain places they want to give you, no matter how much you are not going to in that country, including a place like even Kaduna, some part of Kaduna. You understand? So it's sometimes scary, you know, and all we need to do is like, somebody said something about content creators, you know. So content creators have a job to do. Everybody have their market to sell. So you know, so because the Nigerian content creators, they have not even started. You understand? As compared to America, I don't want to talk about them. You understand?
Now you when they pursue the other day, I beg leave them today. I beg leave American politics today. I beg let's focus on that.
So Nigeria, we have a democracy. So let's enjoy it. At least we feel they discuss about our own.
Absolutely.
Some people will be teaching a model. We not talk about that. We not even near. You understand? You can't check marks with there. Even China says the lane war. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jamie Jare. Thank you, Mr. Jamie. All right. I think we're going to have to close this session. But before we close, I go shout out some people for the chat and on Facebook and there's not a lot of traction on YouTube today, but before I close the show for today, I know they see anybody requesting, so we'd have to close it. You know, when I know that conversation why they come here to come here, right? And once the conversation is over, there are no more people. I have to go. But, you know, before we go, Minister of Violence, I see you, my brother. You don't tell me how you talk. I know say you don't only like come up when we host the football show. I never get time all these days, man, to host that show. One of these days I go host that show so that you go come up mood talk, you know. I know it's not the football show way they like, so I'm going to do that for you one of these days when I get the time. Thank you, my brother, Minister of Violence. Appreciate you. Big Bird Inca, he said, Jamie Day for day they watch Formula 1. Yeah, now what's me I be the thing too. You be like they watch Formula 1. If you like they watch Formula 1 live, the thing just they do win. I said, what's in the happen, where you did? But anyway, thank you, Big Bird Inca. Big Bird Inca also say, I said policies, not infrastructure. Yeah, you know, only that coastal road, me and the light talk about. But, you know, I know they do other things too. But the point I was trying to make is, you know, candidates need to tell us their policies. It's not just, you know, again, they don't throw this Natasha for our face now because she be fine woman, because she be this, that. You know, even the senator, where she the Senate now, we don't even know what her policy is, what laws she's, what bills she's pushing for. I don't know. I wouldn't say we don't know. I don't know what laws she's pushing for, what bills she's trying to pass, right? So we need to know what her policies are, what her ideas are, ideology are. Not because person fine, we go just say, yes, she suit for president. No be so that they do them. And, you know, the point I was also trying to make is women need to be more involved because if for any reason now she run for president, men they already they talk about say, I rather this one do than for woman to do, you know, all those stuff way Nigerian men they like talk, you know. That was the point I was trying to make. But I hear you, my brother. I know say Baba they do other things. I just they like throw that coastal highway as a job. But thank you, my brother, for being here. All right, let's see who else is here. Baba J Uche, thank you so much. For those who follow me, thank you. For those who gift me, thank you so much. And for those on Facebook, Mustafa Dauda, Ojo Alexander, Oladele Jimo, Oludasa, Olumide, Olatunji Dixon, I appreciate you guys, man. Appreciate you guys. Now, because of now they come here. We even had Omoto Show. Omoto Show was here today. Not the real Omoto Show, but we had another Omoto Show here on Facebook. I appreciate you for joining, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. If not tomorrow, next tomorrow. If not next tomorrow, I'll see you when I see you. Until then, peace. Thank you guys so much. See you later. All right.